Well, thank you for joining us. Don Romesburg is with us right now. He's a curator of the GLBT History Museum. Nice to see you, Don.
Nice to be here.
Now, give me a little history of that, a little background on it. We were talking a little bit before, but...
Yeah, so the GLBT Historical Society has been around for 25 years, and we started in the midst of the AIDS crisis in the 1980s. And at that time, many universities were not collecting lesbian, gay, bisexual, or transgender materials. And so literally we saw not only people dying, but our lives being thrown away and destroyed. And so the GLBT Historical Society came into being to preserve and collect and manage these archives. 25 years later, we have a world-class archive that researchers come from all over the country to. The Milk film, the Harvey Milk film that was recently done,
Right.
They did many, many hours of research in our archive.
Okay, what's in the museum then?
So the museum is the latest sort of manifestation of what we do, and we're thrilled to have it. It's the it's the nation's first GLBT History Museum. And it's right on 18th Street between Castro and Collingwood, right in the heart of the Castro.
Right.
And people are coming there from all over the world. We've got two main exhibits right now. One is our vast queer past, celebrating San Francisco's GLBT history. And that's basically a kaleidoscope of 25 years of collecting in the archive, telling 100 years of history. So it's an incredibly rich and diverse
these like
archive.
newspaper articles or magazines or
gosh.
photographs or pictures of the Gay Pride Parade? Or,
Well, you name it, and we've got it there. So we've got
Yeah.
everything from the more familiar faces and names that you would know, people like Harvey Milk and Del Martin and Phyllis Lyon, who started the first lesbian political organization in the 1950s and were the first couple to get married in 2008 for that window of time. So we got that stuff. But we also have some really unexpected stories about gays in the military. We have stories about, for example, a gentleman named Jiro Onuma, who was a Japanese-American man who migrated here in the 20s, was a gentleman about town in Japantown in the 30s, was interned during World War II as part of Japanese internment,
Right.
and then went on to be naturalized as a U.S. citizen. So here we have a gay man. It's the only known materials of a gay man from Japanese internment, and we can tell his story because we have a museum.
Yeah, okay. And people are still contributing things, I would assume. It's an
Absolutely.
ongoing kind of museum situation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So one of the real reasons we wanted to have a museum like this in the Castro was to let people know that their lives were worth collecting and their lives are worth remembering. And whether you're a very well-known politician or whether you're just sort of a regular person on the street, your diaries, your stories are worth remembering. And so we've been bringing more things into our holdings through having a museum. But more than that, we've been showcasing our lives and our loves and our history, our culture, our politics to the world.
Is there information about how that AIDS epidemic devastated the community? I mean, that's a big part of the news and the history.
Absolutely. So we do have in the stuff that we're telling now, we do have a section on AIDS, but we're hopeful that in the next exhibit we're going to do, that there's going to be a much bigger focus on specifically San Francisco's community response to the AIDS epidemic.
Right, because that has been devastating, and it's also an ongoing problem.
Absolutely.
You know, it hasn't gone away.
Yeah.
Don, nice to have you here.
It was nice to be here.
Good luck with the new History Museum.
Thank you.
Don Romesburg's been our guest. He's the curator of the GLBT History Museum in San Francisco. Thanks very much for joining us. Thank you, Don, for coming in.